James.
You have a last name.
Irigloth.
Okay. We wanted to let you know if you haven't heard already, the big meeting is going to be held in an hour. That's going to be down in the recording room. Um, Aside from that, we are getting information and intel from all of the civilians that are actually still awake, wanting to see if you wanted to help out with the volunteer work. You will be paid for it once the Bloggy has landed upon the new planet, but we can use the extra hands if you are wanting to help out. We have different work such as laboratory, which is dealing with specimens. We have the medical facility for actually dealing with patients, and we have the atrium for those who feel like they can need a little bit more muscle toward the criminals. You gotta put a smile on his face, and he says, or you can help out with the airlock.
Uh, I suppose I'll be working in the labs or the medical area, though I suppose as a scholar, I suspect I'd prefer to be note taking rather than prodding creatures.
Airlock, airlock.
Spider plus labs equals lunch. Shh.
He only wants
All
you in the
that shit,
airlock
man. Just
so
start
that he
having
can sneak
airlock,
in
man.
and
I
push
already
you out.
understand how this goes.
Yeah, the only reason he wants the spider in the airlock is so he can sneak up and push him out.
Yes, most likely.
Yeah, you kind of say that as a scholar, you don't want to see yourself prodding on people in the work and run along taking notes. And he kind of speaks up as he looks. He actually looks towards you, and the facial expression that he's making is more content now that he's gotten over the shock factor of what you are. And he says, just because you have picked a job doesn't mean that's what you are stuck with. Let's say that you did decide to poke and prod, and you felt that you weren't good at poking and prodding. You can transfer to a different department.
Well, for now, I think I shall try and work to my strengths. So if you do have anything that would require a scholar or someone who could record data, then do let me know.
Okay. He says, for the time being, we don't have anything on the rate, but I do stress the factor of you going to the meeting.
Yes.
A lot of that information will be given there, and you
I
also,
intend to have breakfast and then go to the meeting.
when you say breakfast, his eyes kind of widen. He says, "What do you eat?
As in, I'm hungry.
What do you eat?
Um, what do you eat?
Steak."
I'll have steak then. Kind of like I am normal. Like the only thing that's unusual about me is I may or may not eat insects from time to time.
As this dude knows also that Zalorian and mutants are also considered steak. Steak. See, I'm
Steak.
not stupid. You tell me some shit like that, I'm like, you take that shit somewhere else.
Oh no!
I'm out of here.
What do you eat, steak? I'll eat
Not
you.
today. Today you're eating broccoli, biatch.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's not me.
It's not me.
I think that might have been the DM. What do you eat? What do you eat? What do you eat? Steak. I might have steak then.
No, the hell you won't.
I'm a giant spider. What do you think I eat? Other species.
I just love the fact he has this sort of wry sense of humor as to people being discriminatory towards him.
This guy, nothing about being. I'm not. It's that's not even a thing. I'm just scared of big ass spiders, man. It's just unfortunate that you have to be born of big ass spiders.
he's,
For
he's
anything
used to
else, man, would be good.
he's used to people dealing with being scared of him, and he can deal with that. It's when people are like, "What are you? Why are you here?" Like, I'm here because I want to be.
I'm here
Anything
because I'm
else.
not over there.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
saying literally anything. You could be a fucking ogre. You could be a troll. You could be a giant. I don't know how a giant would fit on this thing, but you could be anything else, man.
No,
Or
you
anything
yeah,
can't.
else.
but that's kind of half the fun. That most people will either be afraid of him or not like him, and he's trying to deal with that.
GG.
My teacher asked me to turn in my essay, but I ain't no snitch.
Can't do it.
My teacher said what comes after 69. I said mouthwash.
Can't do it.
Did the GM get kidnapped?
Probably.
I think he's suffering from the bees.
GG.
I don't know, but I know that that little static noise just reminded me of a really old movie that I watched the other day called White Noise.
Oh, that's old, man. That's real old. I
I
can
know.
barely remember that movie.
That's
I
bad.
think that I think I may have been like in early grade school when it came out.
Yeah, I can barely remember that movie. That's like, holy shit.
But I ended up watching it the other day, and I was like, now I don't want to have a cell phone anymore.
Oh, yup, yup. It'll do that to you.
You actually got scared from that movie?
No,
But
no, hell no. It takes a lot to scare me nowadays. Like
Why is
movies just don't
that
do.
mouse at like fucking
There are very, very few good horror movies.
All right. Yeah, you say steak, as he said steak, and there's like a moment of odd silence. And he just looks at you. Like he has this very like cryptic gaze as he's a little bit confused by why you said steak, and he's close to the door for you. And you hear his footsteps. And it's not soft footsteps. He got this. He's
Right.
he's kind of
James, yeah, James is just gonna chuckle to himself. Get washed, dressed, breakfast.
yeah. So yeah, you prepare yourself, and that time it takes you maybe about a good 10, 15 to wash up in about 5 minutes. So it'd be a good time if you want to make that appointment to head into the 8
Yes.
p.m.
Yep. Heading to towards the. Yep.
All right. Next person on the list would be
Luca Brasi.
It'd be co-GM.
It would be.
Kill Life.
Julian.
Ball his life.
Yeah, it would be Royce.
I get to kill Royce. Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
You can
Life.
drive.
Yo, why Julian? Why are you reusing a name? Just curious.
Because I can do whatever the fuck I want, Dallas.
Let him up.
I'm just asking.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
I mean, gave me shit about reusing a name, so I figured I'd throw it back at you, bro. That's all.
Get him.
You said get on this
That's
level,
all.
man.
That's
What is the name he's using?
Luca.
Oh hell no! The fuck is this?
Exactly.
And now you a robot, nigga? You gonna see me in the street?
I'm not even a robot. I'm cybernetic. But yeah.
We're gonna have to start spraying you guys with water. It's like, ksh, ksh.
Oh,
No more drama.
Right. The
Roll me-
ultimate weakness.
Roll me a
What?
D5.
Huh?
Roll me a D5, man.
Oh, okay. I gotta roll your D5. I got this. I roll D5.
Negative 5.
Just watch him get a nat 5.
Negative 5.
Not 3 though.
Roll
No.
again.
You can only get a 4 or a 5 because 1, 2, and 3 have been taken.
All right, roll me a D2.
The hell? Oh no. Oh.
Now he's going to get. Yep. Now he's got the 4 setting.
That's fine. I took the nat 1, which relatively speaking wasn't too bad.
I guess that means I'm going to get the net 5 since I'm next.
Hmm.
Yep, by default. Ugh.
So wait, did I already roll mine?
Nope, get the wild card.
The hell does that mean?
Exactly.
Everything.
We're gonna find out about.
This is our scenarios and what happens on the ship, right?
that
Yeah.
means the airlock.
Or did we not roll that yet?
No, we're rolling that. He
Yeah,
got
roll.
4 on his scenario.
Yeah. The person who
Okay,
gets the
so
wild card gets
real
the
quick,
airlock.
Sean, when you had us first re-roll, that was to
See who's going,
was-
what they go, the starting
get the
rotation.
order. Okay,
Yep.
so I rolled a 1 on that, so that was mean I'm just going as last.
Yep. Because you rolled after me, which got a 1 as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, ooh, Mr. 4.
Shut up.
I like how karma kind of comes out of this. Okay.
Karma.
So since all the numbers are gonna use up, I'm literally just a wild card.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, wild card.
So
What does that mean, man?
It
Am I
means
the,
airlock.
hold on, just a quick one. Am I the only one for whom the map has moved left?
No, he
Oh
moved.
no, it's, yeah.
Well,
It-
it
Yeah,
happened.
he moved it.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say my
the-
map has moved. There it goes.
Stop. I'm gonna need you to stop doing that. Change my whole world.
All right.
1 minute you're in the ship, 1 minute you're in space, 1 minute you're back in the ship.
And
I
okay,
love
Hello?
I like this. Give me a second.
Stop toying with people's emotions.
I told you it was
I'll
mine.
have I put a lot of damn work in this background character. Don't start me outside the ship. Yeah, asshole. Do it. Yeah, you're outside the ship. You run out of air. You trying to get inside. The fuck is this?
I would just be pissed, man. I'm like, I don't know. Keep that. All of it. My character sheet is lagging.
The hell? Oh no!
Right.
That's your
Julian,
word,
what the fuck
Cod.
did you do?
Since the bow is not in the
Julian, what the
start of the
fuck
bow
did you
fight,
do? This nigga would blow up the ship
All right.
on the first go.
So
Uh,
what just happened?
Julian, so start
Yeah.
off. What is your name?
my name is Luca.
What's your last
Uh, I don't really have a last name, but my family usually carries the name Zep for a reason unknown.
name? I'm sorry. What the hell did you say?
Zep, Zepp.
Okay. You look lucky.
Well, his nickname is LZ. Nah, it's just Luca.
China,
He's
would
planning
you
my
prefer us
death.
to have a last name?
So you don't have to. Just like it.
He usually doesn't use his last name. He just puts Luca down. What's your name, Luca?
What's your name, Luca? I'll call you Luigi.
He probably wouldn't like that, but he'd probably still let you call him Lukey.
That's just weird.
He's probably just gonna get called Luke.
Stop. Not coming back. I have no father.
This is where the GM is trying to kill me.
No, I cannot.
Read your rights, bruh. I have known you, bro.
Oh, you
I
you
did not.
you rolled the scenario where the cryopod fell on you instead of you going in it, and
I
now
wouldn't
he's
be in a
trying to.
cryopod.
Yeah, that cracking hiss that Artemis heard when he woke up was actually Luca's bones getting crushed by the cryopod.
Yeah, because my
And
cryopod was being lowered right down on top of Luca's body.
So, Mr. Luca, fill me in. What is your
Alright.
backstory? What brought you to Mars?
what the hell are you doing on this ship?
After a traumatic experience that I prefer not to share with the rest of the players.
Damn.
My character died
Wrong
in the last
answer.
game.
Luca would be Luca. Yeah, he's a very quiet guy. You know, he's very like when you look at him, you kind of get like a sense of like childness from him. Like like he's very just benevolent in his actions. He doesn't really carry an anger or some type of happiness. Like hey Sean, those Pablo Escobar eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he carries those Pablo Escobar eyes, where his eyes are just like they kind of hang there a little bit, and he doesn't really talk very much. Uh, yeah, seen way too much.
So not the infinitely innocent anime eyes then.
No, the infinitely. You probably think this guy has probably done some crazy shit in the past and regrets almost everything. Generally, like when people look at him, he looks human. He looks Zalorian with the really white, the white hair and the blue eyes and whatnot. But like after a good look at him, you can tell that something has definitely changed.
He's seen some shit, man.
And he doesn't like sleeping at all.
He doesn't sleep.
He prefers to walk around aimlessly.
Okay. All right. So you are aborting the Malagi in order to escape your past.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you got off. I think got off. You got onto the Malagi in order to escape that dark past that haunts you in your nightmares.
My daydreams haunt me.
Even your daydreams haunt you as you begin to have vivid flashbacks of all of the things that were done to you in the past. Um, so when they introduced the idea of all Lorians and humans actually going into that cryostasis, you weren't too happy about that because you felt that that would be forcing you, to face and relive those that dark past that is constantly behind you. Give me a charisma check.
Charisma. Do I look good? Do I look?
You're
Oh,
butt ugly. You got a 0.
I got snot in my eyes and nose and shit. Just. What is this charisma check for?
Okay, all right. To persuade them not to put you in cryostasis, but you failed.
You're going in cryostasis, bro.
Like, I would have probably broken out or something later on. Just like fuck this.
He was the guy that they had to get back into cryostasis.
I like they probably would have had like a lot of trouble with like trying to keep putting me back in.
Okay.
No, no, he was the creature that escaped the lab and mauled a bunch of
All right.
people.
So Julian,
Yeah.
you uh, your first attempt to escape from the cryostasis, you were on the fourth row. Fourth row is 40 feet up. The pods are about 8 feet in length. They're pretty heavy, made out of this carbon metal, and
Broken
they're
glass.
hanging onto the wall. So you have to find a way to get yourself down. You don't have any supplies or anything are with you, and the area of your cryo tube is just wiggle room, so you don't have a lot of room to move around there. Aside from yourself, you can manually open up the cryo tube. It opens up from left to right, kind of like a suicide door. So
Yeah.
A suicide door.
Google it.
Yeah, it's the doors that go straight up. That's
yeah,
what.
The Lamborghini, but this one like goes left to right.
yeah. So you'd have to step out of it. It's like a very weird confined opening.
If I would have tried to like slide down the other tubes, kind of like I'm on a hoverboard, but I'm not.
Okay. So you're gonna try to scale down.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your dexterity?
Two,
Okay. Let's go.
-2.
Wait, you rolled 19. Okay. All right. Now you have a choice. You're able to scale down. You rolled a 19, so you do pretty well. You take your time as you latch your hands onto the top of one of the crowd tubes and slowly let your beam slide down to the bottom, and you get down there safely, kind of like flawlessly almost. It only takes you a couple minutes to do so, regardless of your body being very droggy because of you waking up from this cryostasis. So even with your negatives, you were able to make your way down there, kind of like parkour status. But once you get down there, you kind of notice that there's very loud, like the clanking of machinery is
Oh
kind
wait, I have negatives.
of. Oh yeah,
What kind of negative?
You've only just
negative 2 to all your rolls.
Okay, then
because
that's
you've
a
just
7.
woken up from cryostasis.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's just a 17 then.
yeah. Uh, so despite your groggy demeanor, you are able to recognize the heavy machinery that's kind of moving as you see these very large mechanical arms moving crowd tubes to.
Immediately, I am scared. I hate heavy machinery.
Exactly. So that will remind you a little bit of your past. And since you are in this very big area, there's only two ways to go: to your left and to your right. And the path that you kind of see is almost endless, as both paths seem to curve around the corner. And so you have a choice to make. You can either head down your left, you can head down your right. They both seem to be exact replicas of each path. So
Can I, like how far like down can I see? Like,
you can
is
see
there like
down. You can see down to full 60, and at the end of that 60, you kind of see it curving.
I guess I'll go like left. I'll just like start walking out, like just normally, hands in the pockets, looking around.
Okay. Yeah. You're heading left.
Yeah. This wouldn't have been the
What's
first
the
time
issue?
I've like done this, right?
Yeah.
Would this
Okay.
wouldn't have or would have?
No, this is your first time.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna move a little bit hastily. You got your hands in your pockets, and you're trying to kind of avoid letting that the sounds kind of like relate to your past. And as you're kind of walking down this path, the path itself is about 15 feet in width, and on your left and the right side are walls, and the walls have the cryo tubes. There's maybe like a 2 or 3 foot spacing in between each of the crowd tubes. They're all aligned symmetrically in these rows that go up 50 feet. Um, you do notice as you are coming around that bend, you begin to hear you begin to not hear footsteps, but you can hear voices kind of talking amongst themselves about the reports on crowd tube 8 and 5, and the voices are coming towards you as you are approaching.
I
Um,
like just
so,
immediately try to hide, just like dip like into the nearest corner
so
and just listen into the
the only
conversation.
way you'd be able to hide would be able to try to duck in between two cryo tubes and try to
Does that look dangerous?
yes, because they do move. They kind of vibrate as they're kind of like shifting. Because it's kind of like the motion, the way these cryo tubes are set up. It's kind of like a mechanical belt that they're attached to, and the belt's constantly been moving in different parts of the room, so the belt is constantly shaking and moving about. Um, I'm gonna need to give
Oh
me an
no, I'll just let myself get caught at
okay.
that point. Like, I'll just keep walking. Like I'm supposed to be walking.
Yeah, you get to you guys gonna come across each other maybe about just a couple moments later. There are two patrons that are in these white and orange lab coats, and they're kind of shocked. The both of them seem to be of Silurian descent, and one's a male, one's a woman. I said, yeah, one's a male, one's a female. And as you guys kind of cut paths across each other, they stop, as like almost as an immediate stop, and they look towards you a little bit more shocked, and they say, what are you doing here?"
I don't like the cryo tubing.
So they kind of look at each other, and they look back towards you, and the male he asks you says, "You were in the crowd too."
I kind of just look around. I kind of just look at him and then look at the grounds and just continue to keep looking at the grounds like a lost puppy.
Oh, no. And
Charisma check for lost puppy impression.
Oh no, I'm not trying to like be like a lost puppy. Like this is just natural.
so you decide to look down and not say anything.
Yeah.
Okay. The woman speaks to her. She asks you the same question again. Just to reiterate. She says, "So you come from the crowd too?"
I kind of like nod softly, just up and down nod.
Okay, yeah. They kind of exchange glances, and the male kind of speaks. He clears his throat as he speaks out to you, and he says, "Unfortunately, you have to go back. You're not allowed to be awake right now." He says, "I'm sorry for forcing you into it, but it's part of protocol."
Uh, I'll ask him to change my tubing then, as I do not like heights.
Sorry, say that again.
I'll ask him to change my tube then because I don't like heights.
Okay. Yeah. He says that we could put you on the first floor. He says, "Follow him." And he sees the woman she asks you. She says, "What floor were you on before?"
Kind of think to myself and like I don't remember, and I say the one that's 40 foot up.
Yeah. So you see, they kind of look at each other, and she says, "Well, congratulations on getting done unscathed." She says, "What is your name?"
Lucas.
After you say your name, they kind of get quiet. They don't say anything else, and they lead you down maybe 20 feet.
I want to like kind of like as they're like walking, like I'll kind of try to follow behind and then just dip out, just disappear, like just keep walking back the original direction I was going.
All right. Remember, they're only going 20 feet up, so you need to sprint. Okay.
I would have to sprint.
Yep. You get to sprint
Screw
around.
it. Yeah, I'll just follow them.
Okay. They lead you to a crowd tube that's on the first floor. First floor. It's on the left hand side, and it says 1320. It is an empty one. They open it up, and as they open it up, you kind of see the lights kind of embroider around the crowd tube to kind of activates. And they turn around. They look towards you. And, they kind of motion for you to get into the crowd tube.
Kind of just stare at the cryo tube, and then like I look at both of them. And I say, "They're not something else."
Unfortunately, this is the only way.
I don't want to go back in.
He kind of clears his throat again as he folds his arms across his chest. He says, "Okay, look, it's not that long before we reach the designated point anyway, and they plan on waking you guys up early. So it's not you don't have to be you don't have to be in there too much longer. Just think of it as a short rest."
It's fine. And like I kind of step back into the tubing, and I plan for my next escape.
Okay. All right. Give me it. Let's see. Give me a spirit check.
Oh, this is my favorite one. It'll be a -2, so that's an 18.
But you nat 20 anyway, so that's good. All
Oh,
right.
that's
No,
not nice one. That's
he got a 17 and then
yeah,
+3.
and a -2 would be 18.
You have three modifier. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, 18. Um. Okay. Yeah. You are able to kind of like push yourself past this like this hibernation, just like you did before. It's kind of like almost as if you were like in some sort of desolate coma. Like your body is you can't voluntarily move your body. You feel like you're trying to wiggle around, but you're not really doing anything. And you use just straight willpower alone to kind of push out of the stasis of uh, the deep sleep that you're put into, and you're waking up and you're on the first floor. The glass panel is very foggy, as you can feel the chilling sensation kind of falling over your frame,
Do I
and
really feel it, or do like I cybernetically feel it?
oh no, you feel it. You feel it.
Oh
Feel like
no.
your nerves are reacting to this, uh, to the very cool sensation of the wind that's being contained inside this crowd tube. Um, this one is a little bit different. The one on the first floor are a little bit different. Therefore, deep hibernation. So you're gonna take a -3 instead of -2.
Okay.
Uh, you are give me an athletics check. See how you feeling as you when you try to open up this door.
Athletics. Okay. That would be a 16.
Yep, that'd be 16. Okay. Yeah, you're able to uh, push it open. You do it kind of like as a heave, like as you swing open this door, and the hydraulics of the actual frame of the door kind of helps you out, so you don't have to use your complete weight. And you swing it open, and you are greeted to the sound of heavy metal once more as machinery. You hear the clinking of machinery as it bouncing against one another, metal on metal containers, and it's very loud. But aside from that, you hear the
Kind of
growling.
like clench my ears and like grab onto my hair.
Yeah, and as you begin to do that, you begin to hear the growling of something else. You notice that this is something that you have not heard the first time. It's more of a prowl than anything. Not per se prowl, more of a growl than anything. As you hear it coming from the left, where you are right now. And if you were to see what that thing was, you would have to lean up and out of the crowd in order to see, because you are mounted on the wall.
I kind of like lean out of the cryo tube to look in that way, that direction, without trying to slip and fall out, kind of awkwardly.
All right, so you go ahead and you lean your frame out, and you got to turn to the left to see what it is, and you see this being, this creature, who is kind of has this hobbled walk in its step, and you're able to see his frame is completely covered in this very thick and matted hair, and it has a humanoid frame, but it has two sets of arms that are kind of conjoined and coming out from the bicep, and its face is completely split in half, kind of like vertically, and the creature itself is kind of perched in its stance, and it was crawling its way along the path. As you kind of poke your head, you kind of turn into the direction of this creature. Uh, you guys kind of meet gaze, and you begin to hear the creature. You hear the creature begin to roar out as it begins to go from that perched stance into a running on all four, or well, actually all six. So, if you're able to see a picture of it, I hit show the players. Did it pop
Yeah,
up?
that's it.
Yeah, the hugger. Yeah, you see this creature in all of its rage and frenzy begin to dart in your direction. What are you doing?
Kind of like instinctually, like almost like I didn't know that I could do this, but like more or less like, oh shit, fuck. I kind of just like shoot a pulsar at it and quickly try to close like the door of the thing.
Okay, attack. Roll me an attack.
And
Sorry,
I was like
wrong link.
immediately shut the door. Like,
Okay, you missed the creature's AC. It doesn't have a will. When we're going on, if the creature is of like a lesser intelligence, we don't worry about reflex. So you just have to meet the creature's AC. You don't meet the creature's AC though. You missed past it as you kind of aim. You hit the ground like right before it, and you were going to try to close this chamber before the creature can actually get to you. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
what do we say, kids? Oh yeah, the gap it. Oh shit. Does it also have a -3?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
So as you go to close it, you're not fast enough. So you're closing as it's swinging down. You see the creature raise his hands and grabs onto the door as it begins to try to pry the door open from you trying to close it. So go ahead and give me a strength check.
Oh shit, it's my worst stat. Uh, okay, yeah. My
Yeah,
arm kind of comes off. Ah!
right. So you,
Somebody want a hug?
all right. Uh,
Sorry, I had to
Alright,
do it.
so
so
like now, like instinct is taking over my body.
okay, so uh, you completely fell at it. So you try to close it. This creature doesn't give a fuck. It just swings open the doors, and its hands kind of like raise. Its first set of hands kind of raise upward, while its second hand's kind of raise out to the left and to the right. And the creature prepares to actually to strike. I will give you an attack of opportunity first.
I like kind of just aim for like its center stomach with the pulsar, and like I like my eyes are just looking at its eyes, and like I don't have like like an expression of fear in my face. I'm kind of just carrying the same look, like I don't give a fuck right now. But I'm like, like inside, I'm more or less terrified as shit, and I'm so
So
confused.
you mask your fear with a look of with the look of almost contentment, but in the inside, you hold that fear. But yes, um,
Is that with a -3 though? Because that's a
No,
14 if it's
it-
-3.
yeah, 14, but that still hits his AC. You're hitting with a pulsar. You hit directly toward the neck. Okay. Yeah, you aim the pulsar. You hit this creature directly in the neck. Its hide, you kind of see as it begins to smoke and smolder as that hair begins to burn away from where you were shot at the pulsar. This creature, in return, is going to raise its left. That left hand is going to come down vertically to swipe from the face down. To try to try to claw into you. And
Oh dear God.
I think that like almost like exactly meets my defense rating, but isn't what's the reflex rule again? Because
reflex is your stats. Three of your stats. We did three of your stats. Yeah.
Athletics,
which ones is it?
dexterity, and spirit added together and divided by 3.
Which ones again? Say that again.
Dexterity, athletics, and spirit added together.
Oh, those are like all three of my highest stats.
Yep.
Wait, dexterity, athletics, and spirit added together divided by 3.
Yep.
I need to do
Yeah,
that now.
that. Yeah, I've got a 13 reflex for
Okay,
myself.
so I have a 16 reflex.
Oh damn.
Okay. So the creature was spot on where he needed to aim at. It's just that as it began to come down, when you kind of like move your body to the left just to avoid it as the claws begin to like dive into the seat that is behind you and is ripping at the cushions. Um, yes, it is your go. You are body to body with it there. You can smell the musk of this creature as it smells of iron and blood, and you can hear the breaths of the heavy breathing as his chest is coming to like a quick rise and fall, almost as if the creature is like hyperventilating.
Does it look like so? Like when I like do I when I make this reflex take, do I kind of like go under its arm and like slide my way out of the container,
You're
or
still in the container, but what you have isolated yourself from that left arm, so you are kind of leaning toward the right side of that creature, but you are not
so
out of his grasp yet.
since I'd be like stepping within his reach, can I like kind of step to the side and like pulsar him and try to push him towards like inside this container? Cause like right now he's like thinking that the heat coming off his body is like resembling like he's used to warm climates and this fucking cold as shit inside there. So he's gonna
Yeah.
try to freeze him to
Um,
death.
the way you would have to do it is you would have to push past him because he's facing directly in front of the ground tube. Remember, you guys had to struggle to see if you can close the door. He
Hmm.
succeeded, so he was directly in front of the crowd tube, but he began to swing down. So he didn't have to change his disposition, but you had to move. You had to move to the right. So I mean, you are still in grasp. You would have to push forward to push him back because he's kind of directly in front of the crowd tube. So you're kind of stuck for a moment.
I'll give him another shot.
Okay, and go for that attack.
I wish this macro was just like right here. There we go. And that would be a 3.
Yeah, no. You try to fire that pulsar. Um, did we go over your usages in the pulsar?
No, you didn't tell me, but I know it goes off mana, and I have a lot of mana.
Yeah, each shot's gonna be 10 mana.
Okay, and how much mana do Ingorians have? Exactly. Because I'm trying to manage shots.
What a target pulsar. That's my little fine performance.
Oh,
Angorians. Let's see.
Angorians? Nah, mana, mana, mana.
They're the same. I put them under the same category as Angorians. So you have
They
90.
have, they have,
90.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on.
says 100.
I was gonna
I
say
did.
I got 120.
I did get them. Yeah.
Okay, so 120.
Yep.
So that's 12 shots, and I've used 3 already. So I've
Yep.
got 9 more left. Okay. All right. Yeah. Uh, can I try to like just like a last minute thing since like I shot? Can I just try to close this door once more?
Mm, you go like and want to use all your movement to try to close the door. I would see that. That's fine.
Mhm.
If you
All
haven't
right.
moved yet.
Athletics.
Yep.
Fuck the door.
That
Yeah.
door just
No.
does not want to be closed, man.
He's not
That
having it.
one's
Looks a nice
Hey.
try. Nice try though. Yeah. So you try to close this door. Creature just like shoves the door over to the side. It tries. It raises that. Well, it pulls back, draws back in that left hand that it used to slash before, and it goes for a straight dive toward your center mass. So that's what it aims to do. Uh, no, he does miss it. You gotta like move your, you gotta adjust your frame just like you did before to dodge and then stab into the same place that it was aiming for that it hit last time.
Does it look like it have nut? Does it look like it has nuts?
No, this creature does not have any groin because it's bare.
Uh, I guess I'm gonna try to do the pulse side. Just keep shooting at this thing.
What?
Go away.
Oh
fuck
no!
off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off.
As you
I'm gonna
guys,
try to close the door again. That's a 14.
oh, all right, give me a strength check.
This is literally just fuck off, fuck off, fuck off.
14.
All right, okay. All right. Yeah, so you finally get the midst closed, and you close it with all the utmost strength that you can as you slam down onto the crowd, you slam down the door of the crowd too, and the creature, out of just like enraged anger, begins to ball both of his fists and begins to slam down onto the glass of the crowd too, and
I start hyperventilating in like anger. Like I want to come out this tube and shoot it and fucking fuck it up, but like I kind of just wait for something to happen.
So it turns
So
out there
what's
was a
What do
happening?
you?
Why is he fighting the creature? What's going on?
there was a creature that escaped from the labs, if you remember, and I presume that's this creature,
that is
DM.
Yeah,
that is this creature. Yes, it is. Um,
and he misses at point blank range.
yeah. So it was basically a big miss battle as both of these guys started duking it out. Julian kept trying to close the door to get away from the creature. The creature wasn't having it, and finally Julian got the door closed. The creature goes to slam onto the glass to break it. Does not though. And after a couple of large growls and pounds of anticipation as it tries to break his way to get towards you, you see the creature kind of take a couple steps back as his face kind of closes inward, and you see the creature return to its fore and begin to run off.
Thank
When
God
it
I didn't
takes
encounter
off
this fucker.
completely
What the
away,
fuck am I looking at? Is this the creature?
when
Yes.
it takes
Yes.
off completely away, I want to be like, I want to act like this just never happened and just take a step out and not cry it to
So
it.
you're gonna get back out.
I'll open it up and like see if
I,
it's still there.
all I can see
It
is this entire thing happening again.
the creature's like on
Oh,
top of your cryopod, like
real
waiting to
quick.
grab you as you come out.
Yeah, I'm being super careful. Like I'm acting like I'm about to breach this like out of this tube. Like I want to act like
Military style.
yeah,
Was
just
it said how this creature got out the lab?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't take care of their safety protocols, and it just busted loose.
All right.
So someone left the cage open, basically.
Kids, always go through your safety protocols.
Here we go. Uh, so what are you doing, Julian?
I'm like peeking out the tube once more because I don't like being in here, and I'd rather die than like sit in here
Why'd you get back in it then?
because I don't want to die that way.
I want to
Okay,
shoot you,
I'm not
It was
dealing with this shit today.
instinctual.
man. Okay, yeah. So
You
you
make perfect sense. I
What is he
I would
inside?
rather die, but not to a mutant monkey thing.
Yeah.
He's in a
I
crowd.
just love the fact it's called the Hugger.
Right.
He's in a crowd too.
Yeah, he's in the crowd too. He's
How
getting
the hell are
back
you
up.
gonna die in a crowd too?
No, he didn't want to die against the monster,
Oh,
so that's why he got back in the crowd too. But he didn't want to be in the crowd too either. So now he's getting back out of it. Yeah, you look around and you look to your left and to your right, and you just hear the clanking of the machinery of the cogs and wheels and the metal and metal. And
And just as you get a foot outside of the cryo tube, it falls
Yeah,
of you.
I'm looking up, down, left, right.
yeah, you look up, down, left, right, and you don't see anything.
And then Artemis's cryotube falls on you.
Yeah.
I don't believe shit's going on. I want to make a perception check.
That
You
was my
walk
first
out
thought.
and the cryotube is
I
dropped
would
on you.
like a perception check.
All right, go ahead, roll me 20.
Presence?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
You don't see shit.
you don't notice anything. You feel as if it's safe.
I step out 1 foot and then like I just leave the door open and I wait for something to happen.
Yeah, you step 1 foot out and kind of leave the rest of your body, and you're looking around as you do so.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you don't see anything from your immediate area. You kind of look up and you look up and you look around and you don't know anything.
Take another. I put another foot out
Okay, you do so.
and then like I'm like standing there
Go the other way from the direction it ran.
and then I start walking the other way from the direction.
Yeah.
He goes to the
Like, I
direction
keep I look over my shoulder like every now and then.
And as you're
he
looking
goes.
back, a tube lands on top of you.
That's what I was about to say. He goes that direction, Hugger. The other direction, Artemis's tube.
Right.
Tune
All
or
right.
monster, your
Yeah.
choice.
So you head to the left half. The creature had ran around the right side. Um, you take that first 60 feet and you kind of see the path begin to curve as it begins to turn inward. And you kind of do note that as you are turning this curve, that it's basically a big ass oval, the way this room is set up. And aligned in this room is nothing but crowd tubes.
So he's gonna bump into that creature again.
All I think is that I hate this place.
Okay, yeah. So are you going to continue?
Like when I realize it's a big ass oval, I'm just like, yeah, I'm probably gonna. Well, no, he doesn't really feel. He like, probably doesn't realize it. He's just like gonna keep like trying to find an exit. He's gonna look for a way out.
Okay. Yeah. So you continue to come around the bend, and as you're coming around the bend, the machinery on this seems a little bit quieter than before. And as you're coming across, you are able to see the entryway. And right next to the entryway, where the first crowd tube begins to start, you see the hugger. He has broken into one of the crowd tubes and is eating onto the mass of a creature that you can no longer identify. Its upper torso has been completely eaten, and it's beginning to munch downward on what is left of it. And it begins to take note of your footsteps as you're kind of coming around the bend. So I'm gonna need you to go ahead and roll me some dex real quick.
Oh yeah, I can do that. You know, with that 11.
Anybody want a hug?
Okay, so the creature doesn't necessarily turn towards you just yet. You have two options. You can turn around, head back to your crowd tube, or you can try to sneak past this creature towards the door.
Or you could shoot it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this advantage to shoot it.
Yeah,
Do I get advantage like on the roll or
yeah,
like?
I'll give you advantage on the roll.
Okay, so roll twice. I guess I'll take that 15 or
Yeah.
that 12 or yeah.
What did you
Eh,
want to take?
The if the
Why not take the 20?
No, the 20 for the reflex. We don't count a reflex for less
Okay.
I'll
intelligence.
take the 15 AC. That's close enough.
Okay, all right. So you shoot this creature directly in the leg. Which leg do you want, left or right?
Uh, whichever one looks like it'll come off easier.
They both look like they're efficiently welded to the body.
Okay, then the one that's closer to me, the one that he look like it looks like he might take off towards me with.
So you're going to shoot at his left side.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, to cripple it, you'll need a damage severity of 5 or higher. You roll a 40. So
Okay.
you shoot this creature, it becomes aware. It stops gnawing into the lower half of this being, turns toward you as it throws it to the side, and roars out as his face splits open. And you see this creature beginning to hobble, and start off in a hobble as it begins to head into a full-fledged run on all 4 feet towards you.
If I roll a spirit check, can I like scare this thing?
I'm presuming it's a non-sentient creature,
Oh
so you
yeah, true.
can't.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. If
Can
it does,
sue me.
What
Can
are
I
you
try
gonna do? Yell boo?
Can I try to blow his brains away?
I mean, if you hit that again, then sure.
Just like, I'm just like tired of seeing it. Just, and then like my pulsar just doesn't work. Just
Right. Your pulsar doesn't even activate. You roll a 0, so you don't even get that shot off.
Fizzle,
look.
kaput.
Right. So as your left arm malfunctions, this, this creature.
fucking thing.
I'm gonna give you one more shot before the creature reaches up to you.
I'm like still confused about it, so I'm like, what the fuck is going on with my hand? How am I still able to? How am I able to do this? Like, he doesn't realize that he's like half robot right now. He's like poking it, and then like as he pokes it, he aims towards the creature, just fire another pulsar.
There we go. In the neck again. Okay. So it's the second time. The first one was a damage severity of 3. This is actually 4. So as the second pulsar kind of hits toward the upper
Oh no, this
chest.
is 4. This is 4 and 4. Oh no, the neck was a 3. Yeah.
yeah.
You kind of see as it shoots, that burning begins to scar as you begin to see blood begin to pour down the chest. But that only enrages the creature as it doesn't slow down its pace. But you can tell that you have wounded this creature. It has entered and began to take blood loss. So you have to either kill this creature or outlive this creature at this point, or even outrun. So you make that second shot. It does hit it, but it wasn't enough.
Now I will use my movement to try to like back up from this thing.
Yeah. Give me athletics. Let's go.
Okay, I got this. I got this. That's a 7. Okay. Hey, turn up.
You just
Humanoid
barely
creature.
made it.
Putting on all 4. Okay. Go ahead. Give me another athletics check. See if you can outrun this guy. Okay. What? So you're running back toward your cryo tube. Yeah.
I'm just trying to get the fuck away from it right now.
Okay. So you said you were gonna start backing up.
Yeah.
Turn around. So you're running back towards your cryo tube. You will reach your cryo tube first.
Hide in the cryotube again.
Right. Are you trying to hide in the cryo tube, or are you trying to run around and try to head toward the exit?
I will run around.
Okay, give me one more athletics check and see if you can continue to keep your pace ahead of this creature.
Come on, net 20. Oh.
It was 16. Let's go.
16. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I had to lead on it before, so.
You had lead on it before, but this creature's running on all 4. Let's see. Am I gonna be that guy today?
Yes.
All right.
Well, I was about to say, if they're doing athletics check, why not have them both make a what's the one that's your presence? So your constitution, your vitality, to see which one can keep running for longer.
Only because they just started running. Like they were going like a long distance. It's kind of like they hit the 60 feet to come around the corner again.
Okay.
He's going to continue to keep his pace.
Okay,
But
not as big as I thought it was.
Yeah. Now that he's back at his crowd tube, he wants to continue to run. Then the next 60 feet will do a presence check. That's
Also,
him.
he just got this because he rolled a 19 and then he rolled a 6.
Yeah, he has -3 though.
What does he have?
Luca has -3 from being in from the negatives from being in the crowd tube.
Okay.
I'm ready to fuck this thing up.
Okay.
You just have to outlive it for like what? 6 more turns?
Yep. Okay, so you got back to your crowd tube. The creature is catching up to you, but it has not fully caught up to you. I'm gonna give me your presence check to see if you can continue to move forward.
Of course I can't.
Yeah.
My leg locks up.
Your leg, so you're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to face him in Mortal Kombat and kill him or survive these next 5 turns. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Got this.
Creature will reach you. You'll be facing it though as you kind of realize that you can't continue to travel on. You can't continue to kite this guy anymore. The creature does try to come from that upward to downward slash with his right hand, just the top hand, and tries to slash your chest region.
Meets defense, but not
Yep,
reflex.
yep. So you kind of, as it's kind of coming to slash across your body, you kind of just push yourself back to dodge those talons. And as the talons are kind of coming from you, you kind of feel the fissures in the air from the actual like the power of that claw.
So whatever of a heart I have left is definitely racing, and I'm gonna like punch it. I'm just gonna punch it.
Try to punch, make it a straight punch.
Yeah, I just like, eh. I try to punch it in his face and just like, nope.
You're heavy breath. You're exhausted from all the running, and your fight or flight instincts try to kick in as the adrenaline starts pumping, and you just subconsciously start throwing punches, and they're flailing punches. You miss the creature as the creature tries to go for another swipe towards you, and no, this creature has failed. She's having a horrible time. But you're gonna see that its own anger is beginning to calm down as the breathing of the chest begins to slow its pace as the blood at this point is all covering all over its upper torso and kind of sending down into its own pool up on the ground. And you do notice that the creature does begin to show signs of damage as its stance begins to lower. So his knees begin to bend as it's becoming more hunched over. So you can inquire that you don't have much more time to outlive this creature before.
Instinctively, I say no mercy, like under my breath, and then like I'm just like, ugh.
you try to you try to throw out another punch just to add damage to it, and creature tries to do the same. Neither you're going. This creature's coming on the last two turns of its existence. And then
Come at me, bro.
simple again.
I'm picturing like two nerdy kids that slapping each other.
Right. Fortunately, the creature has been able to hit. Julian's has made two successful hits, and the creature's bleeding out. So he's basically just a rival, and they're just both flailing at each other at this point. What are you doing, Julian?
Uh, Trying to punch it.
Roll again.
Oh, that's Paul. Sorry, but my bad. We'll just use that.
Yeah, you try to shoot.
It's not.
No, you don't even miss. You veer way off over his head. Um, creature's last descent to try to stab you doesn't even try. And as its hand kind of comes down to kind of slash across your body, you see its beam just kind of fall over, and it lands upon its chest, and you see the creature's body kind of just taking one long heaving breath, and that's all you hear as its body goes quiet.
Shrug my shoulders and I just start walking away. I leave his dead body there and I just shrug my shoulders, keep walking towards that exit.
Okay, I'm done with this.
So as two more huggers, so you make your
Oh, fuck those two up too.
about that. But yeah, you leave the creature. You finally get out of this room, and you're greeted with the same godlike. Well, not saying godlike, but you're greeted with these godlike. Uh, Always, godlike is all white ore, and they're kind of cut into tile proportions. And the hallway that you're in is completely empty. There's not a soul in there, and the path that leads, the hallway that leads to your left, the hallway that leads to your right. And you see one of them that says atrium, and the other one says
Ventrium.
no.
Stop.
The other one says courting room. So which direction you head in?
Well, I know atrium is definitely where the prisoner's holding, so I'm going to the courting room.
Okay, so you begin to take the path to your right, which is to the courting room. You didn't really take any damage surprisingly in this fight. So
I didn't take any damage.
put your hands in your pocket as
Yeah.
take those Pablo Escobar eyes and walk your way over there toward the courting room. Who's next?
Me.
Okay.
Oh, Rashawn, real quick, man.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. I was supposed to plan to
Happy
get everybody
birthday.
to start singing happy birthday in the middle of the session, but like I forgot to do that. All right, everybody, start singing happy birthday right now.
Stop it.
No.
Okay. So what is your name, Dixon?
My character's name is Divana.
Do you have a last name?
Or
Uh,
Kitty.
Silk Paws.
Kitty.
Most people call the spider spider, so he can't be asked doing it for other people.
And of
Super
course,
Kitty.
and of course,
It's
you're
the
the
Super
goer.
Kitty.
What brought you on cosmology?
Well, my character was having trouble in her life, working her daily job, feeling anxious, unable to stand still very long. Was running around and picking some fights with other boas. Eventually, she came across a tiger and well, a tiger boa who explained to her that the reason why she was so anxious was because her animal instincts were kicking in and that she needs to hunt. So he taught her the ways of the hunt, and while hunting, she found that it was enjoyable, but it didn't quite claim it. So he told her that her hunt or destiny was off planet, and that's why she's boarding the ship.
Okay, so she's in search for her true purpose.
Yes.
Okay, all right. That can be led into its own interpretation. Once you get onto other planets, who
Oh
is to
yeah.
know that the planet that you're heading to isn't the planet where your destiny is supposed to be at? So that
She
begs the
doesn't.
to a lot of questions,
Yeah.
a lot of concern. Did you leave behind any family?
She left behind family, but not like husband, childs, and that stuff. Just like mother, fathers, siblings.
Okay, all right.
Night, night, Daddy. We saved the best for last.
I'm sorry. What? Okay, so you're number five.
I'm number 5.
Okay. All right. When they gave the options for boas to stay awake or to enter into the cryo stasis, what did you decide?
Oh, I was one of the boas that stayed behind because, we were too busy beating each other up, having a boa fight club.
Boa Fight Club. So you had